Welcome back to Sunrise. It is 16 and a half after 6 o'clock on this fine Tuesday morning. That means it's time for your Tuesday headlines with your one and only girl, Tickle Me Elmo.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So good to see you too.
How are you,
Lovely
Tink?
to see you.
You know,
Brought that one back for you, Andy. Actually.
Yes, actually.
I know, but you did say that's our favorite. This is true. Thank you for that. In honor of Yendi. I'll take it. I'll take it. So I'm glad that we're cheerful and happy because I don't know if I have great news for you in the news. But you know, let's look at it.
Is it one of those kinds of mornings?
You know, it's Tuesday.
All right.
It's not Wednesday or Friday.
Well,
but good morning. Good morning to you. Let's get into the headlines, shall we? So, teen boys charged, CPFSA steps in. I'm just sorry that we even have to be talking about this.
I know.
But let's do it. All right. So, in an update to the story that was reported yesterday regarding the sexual assault of a schoolgirl by several boys, the Child Protection and Family Services Agency, the CPFSA, stated that the teen boys seen in the video, which came to light sometime last week and has been circulated on social media platforms, have been charged with several offenses, including rape, forcible abduction, knowing and producing child pornography, and distributing child pornography. During investigations, it was revealed that the group of male students allegedly lured the schoolgirl to a house where she was sexually assaulted and recorded the act. The girl received a medical assessment yesterday, and the agency is currently being she's currently being provided psychological intervention. The CPFSA strongly condemns the despicable act, with Laureate Adams Thomas, head of the CPFSA, sought to remind and encourage persons to report all forms of child abuse using the 24-hour child abuse reporting hotline at 211. They also have a WhatsApp or text line at 876-878-2882. You can email report@childprotection.gov.jm, or you can visit any CPFSA parish office, or just, hit them up through their social media pages on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. They're at CPFSA JM.
I'm going to also just ask once again for everybody to delete the thing out of your phone. I mean, if somebody sent it to you, delete it. If you sent it to somebody with the best of intentions of getting attention to it, the attention has been received. So delete it out of your phone. Delete it out of your gallery if it automatically saves to your gallery. Go in the WhatsApp chat, any WhatsApp chat that you sent it to, any group chat that you sent it to, delete it out of your phone. You shouldn't have it in your phone because you are now in possession of child pornography.
And that too is a crime.
And that in and of itself is a crime. So delete it. And going forward, only send it in as far as you think it assists in the relevant authorities investigating the matter. Yeah. And if you can't send it to, if your cousin or your auntie or your sister or your brethren is not somebody in some authoritative position, don't send it to them. Yeah. Oh, you never see it? Let me send it to you. No, don't send it. Don't further create a further offense against the victim. I'm glad that they've been charged. They've been charged for, I think, well, I mean, off air yesterday, we were discussing the charges that they're facing. And so it sounds about right to me. A point that I want to be noted is that, the point about forcible abduction, because people have a way of saying, so why is she go with them? Or, she end up in a house with them. What she did at the desk. And you don't appreciate that by virtue of events that are totally out of your control, people will cause you to be in a situation that that leads to the offense being created, So like, for instance, and this happens from time, boy take with girl things and run, and she have to run down into a place where she don't know, and give me back my things, and then you're pounced upon, and those are the kinds of things, situations that we find, and very often, unfortunately, it's women who say things like, so what she did I do? Or what she did Avant? She had on her uniform, ma'am. She did nothing to deserve what happened to her. And I think that the sooner we all delete it so that we don't have a visualization of her face in her lowest moment, the better.
Yeah.
Because she's going to have to live life after this, you know? And she's going to have to feel like she can walk on the road and everybody's not staring at her and seeing what happened to her again and again and again, you know?
I also feel like I don't know what can possibly be done to shift the mentality and the perception that people have of victims. I don't know why we continue to perpetuate this thing of if she never wore that, if she didn't
never went
go
there.
If she, why do we continually villainize the victim? I don't know what it is about the mentality that allows us. In many occasions, many people go there first. You know what I mean? And then, even despite the scenario, I have not seen the video, and I give thanks that my circle knows better, because no one would even think to send that in my direction. But what's crazy is I'm hearing the conversations post people viewing the video saying, but that looked like she like it. Or it looked like she's accustomed to that. Or I saw these...
for previous videos.
What are you talking about? What do we need to do as a society to shift the way we view women, to shift the way we perceive unwanted sexual advances, to shift the way we respond to victims? What needs to happen? Because a shift needs to happen.
And fast.
And fast.
Yeah. So as you say, I'm glad that they've been charged, and we will of course track it and keep you updated.
And it's now for the justice system to take its course.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Ultimately, we'll have to have a conversation another time about rehabilitation of the boys.
Because they are boys.
Yes, you understand?
They are boys as well.
And guess what?
Jesus.
And if you don't rehabilitate them, they're going to pay their debt to society. They're going to serve their time. They're going to not be rehabilitated, and then they're going to return into society as men
who are not rehabilitated.
Exactly.
And so they will continue.
Exactly. One thing I didn't say yesterday, I unfortunately, in terms of the reports that I am caused to read, I see, maybe not the videos, I see far more of this than the average person. And, I have to mind the reports that I read and the times that I read them sometimes. And one of the things that I have come to realize is that hurt people. And there are a lot of, I don't know, I can't call them third generation or second generation, but people who were victims as children become the perpetrators.
But they also, a lot of them become parents before they have healed, before they have faced their traumas, and then they incite or inflict the same type of trauma on their children. And then it continues.
They do. Yeah.
Rehabilitation. So we'll see how. Next headline. Still not great news. Ready? Ready? So it's been the bloodiest week recorded all year, with 44 murders. So last week was Jamaica's deadliest of 2024. 44 murders reported, bringing the total to 1,039 as of November 23. This marks a rise from 995 on November 16, reducing the year-on-year murder decline to 18%. Two police divisions, St. James and St. Andrews South, have each surpassed 100 murders. Other high-crime areas include Westmoreland, St. Catherine North, and St. Catherine South. However, 15 out of 19 divisions have seen a reduction in murders, and incidents of shootings, injuries, rape, robbery, and break-ins have decreased compared to 2023, while just the second day into this week, another mass shooting has occurred in Waltham, where 5 persons have been reported dead in the gun attack, which happened yesterday. So the police have confirmed that 6 people were shot in a gun attack in Waltham a few minutes after 8 p.m. Monday, November 25. CVM understands that 5 people are dead and 1 injured. So more details are to come in subsequent newscasts.
I have a question. Is it bad that when I read this report last night, I actually thought to myself, wait, we're on the brink of December and we're under 1,000, we were doing well. Is that bad?
No, it's not bad.
I actually feel like,
and I mean, for me, it is frustrating. I mean, because we were for several months based on the trend line, looking that we were going to go into the new year for the first time under 1,000.
Right.
And it's like somebody must have reported it and let the wrong people know. And all of a sudden, we've seen this kind of an a rush to you know, to ruin that narrative. I mean, so that's what it feels like.
Right.
But what I would say is just maybe 2 or 3 weeks before, it wasn't 3 weeks, just a couple of weeks before, we had our lowest week in years where there was 11 murders for the week. That in our line of work is almost unheard of. 11 for the week, just 11 for the week. But it didn't make news because we live in a news culture where if it bleeds, it leads. So we won't carry that story. We'll carry the story when it's at the highest.
Yeah.
And so, but I mean, this is a legitimate story, 44.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to say it's not a story. It is. But read into the story. 15 of the 19 divisions across the country are in decline. Which is, and there are some that are up, but are up very marginally. But again, when bodies are on the ground, nobody wants to hear that, oh, we're actually in a
trending
decline.
down.
You know, because the body's on the ground. You know, and there are a lot of people like, by virtue of what I do, I'm moving up and down quite a bit right now because it's a busy time of the year for the constabulary. And what I've seen is a lot of people saying, like, all right, for instance, you have to, through intelligence, sometimes interrupt things that are happening. Right. And last week, there was somebody who got killed last week, Thursday, who the police had been telling him, please, we've received information that people are upset with you and they are coming for you. And move. Don't stay here. Don't hang out. And he would not listen. You got here how much time? Please leave. Go just wait until it cool. Wait until the temperature's cool. No. Because me I this and me I that. And he's now on ice as of last Thursday. And I'm saying it's so hard, using that point to say that there's so much police work that you can do, but you can't police every relationship.
Right.
You can't police every household, you can't police every yard, you can't police every street and every lane. You can take away the opportunities. And I mean, the fact that there's 18% reduction is significant. So when the story said, oh, reducing the reduction to 18%.
It was a 20% reduction.
It was a 20%
and now
reduction.
because of this, it's gone to 18.
But I've lived a reality for a long time that a 3% reduction would have been celebrated.
Correct.
A 5% reduction would have been over the moon.
And we're talking about a double-digit reduction.
Not just high double digit.
And now, oh gosh, and now we've reduced the reduction to 18%.
But like you say, I mean,
but a lot. What I'm saying is a lot of work goes into an 18% reduction.
Yeah.
And so we go again next year. Well, for the rest of the year, and then next year we try again.
Yeah, I can imagine. That's all I've got for you this morning. I'm sorry, that's all I've got, but I'll see you at 7 a.m. for the news.
But you know what? Some days are like this.
Yeah.
And
Some
that's
days are like this, and as a society, we have to have difficult conversations.
Correct.
Yeah.
The difficult
we have to learn
conversations
to have difficult
to happen as well.
conversations.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
All
Ebbs
right.
and flows. After the break, it's time to check things out in Destination Tuesday. We'll be right back. Please stay with us on Sunrise.